We actually do have a couple of the top 20 winners with us, and I keep saying top 20. We should say the final 20. They want to make sure we distinguish between those. They're with us today. We have Jilly Barnes, who put together the piece Engulfed in Glass. We also have Ryan Spencer, whose piece, despite similarities, this is a work of fiction. Did I say that right?
Close. Despite similarities to reality, this is a work of fiction.
Despite similarities to reality, so that's where you'll find those. Let's start with you, Jilly. Tell us a little bit about your piece, and first of all, congratulations.
Thank you very much. I'm very excited. My piece is called Engulfed in Glass. It's a large glass mural made of 75 large pieces. It depicts 4 seasons along the shoreline. It starts with winter into moonlight, transitions through an early spring morning, an evening summer sunset, and an autumn afternoon. It has beach sand encased inside the glass, and then it also has a little bit of driftwood in it.
What do you think it was about your piece? We're looking at it there on the screen that captured people's hearts.
I think it's a part of where we live. I think people could relate, and I think glass is such an incredible medium to work with. It's still in motion. I think people could relate along the shoreline.
All right, Jilly, thank you. Ryan, let's talk with you. Your piece obviously really hits home, especially for veterans and folks that have served in our country. If we can take a look at that, what do you think? What do you think it hit home about your piece?
I think just seeing something that we're not used to seeing on the daily news or in our homes. We have the luxury of living in a society where only 1% of the population is doing that heavy lifting for us. Right. And it's something that we're just very unfamiliar with, what we're asking of our young men and women.
What was your inspiration behind this work?
I had a cousin in the Band of Brothers Battalion today, and he had served for well over half of these wars, and I had no idea what his life was like as a soldier. So this is about closing that gap of understanding between he and I, and hopefully we have a document that will help other people cross that bridge as well.
Right. Jilly, tell me what it was like when you heard your name come over the speakers for the final 20.
I was on a cloud. I was on a cloud just to be an art prize, and I just elevated a little higher. I was thrilled.
I bet you still are.
Oh, yeah.
Ryan, what was that moment like for you? Were you expecting it?
No, I wasn't. I'm always surprised when people respond to documentary work in an environment like this, because there's so many wonderful pieces, so much creativity, and and so it truly felt relieving. It felt like this for me is about raising the level of debate, and so now more people will see the work because of this, and it feels really good.
Right. Well, your work, both of you, definitely going to be a bigger part of the conversation now.
Yes,
of course, the conversation is what Art Prize is all about. Congratulations to both of you.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having us.
Yes, thank you for joining us, and good luck to you for the next phase of the competition.
You betcha. Thanks.
We'll have more in-studio interviews coming up later in the show, and we'll be showing you the other final entries throughout the show in case you missed them. A reminder that you do have until Thursday night at 11:59 to vote for your favorites. And new this year, you can vote for as many of the favorites as you'd like. Your votes will determine the 4 $20,000 category awards on the public side, and the piece with the most votes on Thursday will win the $200,000 public grand prize. And don't forget to join us on both Monday and Tuesday night as we go in depth with the finalists for both the public and the juror votes. We'll ask the professionals from around the nation to weigh in on why these finalists. That's Monday and Tuesday nights at 7 o'clock here on Wood TV 8. Our prize, round 2 voting began today after the final 20 were revealed this afternoon. The most popular entries chosen by voters span across 4 categories, including 2D, 3D, time-based, and installation. And now it's time to meet a couple more of the finalists. Gentlemen, thank you for joining us. We've got Dan Heffron here. Poseidon's Paradise is his piece. You made the final 20. And Dave MacKenzie, his piece, Breathe at the Bob. You also made the final 20. Congratulations to both of you.
Thank you very much.
Guys, what does it feel like when you hear those words? And Dan, I know you've heard them before. What was it like to hear them this time?
Every time it's more. The way they walk in and out of the rain, and come and go, devoted to it. It just blows me away every time. Yeah. It's just incredible.
And Dave, this was your first time being as one of the formerly known as the top 10, now the final 20. What was it like for you when you heard your name? Were you expecting it?
I was dumbfounded and excited and appreciative. Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about your piece, Dan. We know you do a lot of sculpting work. In fact, you brought some with you here. Tell me about the work you do and why you think this really resonated with the folks who came to see it.
Well, the People's Choice Award is special to me because the people choose. I'm a people's man. I'm self-taught. 35-year veteran sculpting professionally. Started when I was 7, so I've got 51 years under my belt, literally from that point of inception, but professionally 35. And I call it wood-burning sculpture, and the people love it. It's my 4th rodeo down here, and we'll see what happens. It's up to the people, it always is, and that's what's so cool about the U.S., you know, rock on. And GR, you've made it happen for us, and you've made your city into the art mecca of the world, I believe. I think all the rest of the cities in the world are jealous, and so congratulations.
All right.
That's for you.
Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Tell us about your piece, Dave, and kind of what you think. What were people saying to you as they walked by and took a look at it?
People were making statements about how they, the message was meaningful to them.
Right.
And I think that was probably the most gratifying thing to me. Of course, there were lots of comments about how they thought it was beautiful, they liked the design, they liked the pattern, they liked the plants, but the things I remember most were the people that commented about the message.
Right, and a little bit of what's kind of become a bit of a political message. What is our role, and what, with what it has to do with climate and the changes we see in our atmosphere. Did you feel like that was a risk at all for you?
Well, I know some people politicize it, but I think more and more, especially with the weather that we're seeing lately across the world, that people are starting to accept this as reality, and that we do have to be responsible, at least do our part to intervene and to play a role in this.
Dan, what would you do with the big money? Of course, you've already won some in the past. What would you do with the big money? You win the $200,000 prize this time.
As a starving artist, and Dave knows too, money doesn't mean a lot to us. We put all of our money right back into what we do. I went literally down to 12 cents. I'm gonna drill holes in them, mount them on the wall for souvenirs, but that's how far you have to go down sometimes to come back up. The top is irrelevant right now. The people will choose that, but like he said though, we need to pull together. We don't know what's happened. If we've gone too far, and Dave is part of that, if we've gone too far, we need to stop now.
Dave, what about you? First stop after getting that $200,000 check.
I think Dan said it all. I think it goes right back into what we do.
Right.
Everybody here is doing this out of passion, and I know I'll put it right back into what I do, and I think everybody else
So
will.
don't run up and try to sell you guys a BMW after.
No.
Okay.
No, we'll get back in our. I've got a 1976 bread van that I run around in, and it's my life. And he's probably got an old beat or two, and we're just bugs, really, in the reality.
So often with the artists.
And
Gentlemen, congratulations on making it to the final 20. Obviously, huge accomplishment for both of you.
Thank you.
So much.
Thank you for joining us, and we'll of course keep you posted.
Now,
Good luck to you. Friendly competition.
Thank you.